Kim Kardashian is promoting appetite suppressants on her Instagram, and I'm here thinking, I can't believe we're talking about this right now. So today's topic fits into that category of things that I wish we weren't talking about, or I wish that I didn't have to talk about, but we are here and it needs to be discussed, so we are going to do it. Now, if you happen to be new here, my name is Sarah. I'm a registered dietitian, and this whole channel is about food and nutrition stuff. So if you're into that sort of thing, then make sure that you subscribe. But today, we are talking about this Kim Kardashian appetite suppressant advertisement. So I thought about all of this when I looked at Twitter and saw all of the hubbub going on with this whole thing. And basically what happened is Kim posted this ad for these appetite suppressant lollipops in her Instagram feed and in her Instagram stories. Now I'll put the ad up here so you can get an idea of what we're working with. By the time I actually heard about this and saw what was happening, the post in her feed had been taken down, but the one in her stories was still there. So I'm not sure if she took it down personally or if her team took it down because she was getting some backlash because of it, or if it was taken down by Instagram because a bunch of people reported it as being against their guidelines. And I'm not sure if we'll ever get clarification on that, but it is gone, at least the one in her feed, so that's a good thing. Hold up there for a second. Sarah from the future here, hello. I wanted to jump in and give you an update on this situation as it is happening in real time. So since I filmed the video, the ad has actually come back up on her feed. A few hours after I finished filming, it was there again, or at least I saw that it was there again. And I just checked again before I was going to record this and put this clip in, and it's gone again. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Instagram took it down before and then her team was able to get it back up, or I don't know if she's taking it down and putting it back up, or what is going on behind the scenes. None of that is really clear, but I did want to give you that update that it seems like it keeps popping up and then going away again. So with that said, let's get back into the video. We still have to talk about this ad and all of the issues that it brings up. And honestly, I find this whole thing kind of ridiculous because I just made a video talking about Kim Kardashian promoting diets and all that kind of thing and how we don't need to be doing it. I'll link that video if you missed it. But my intention is not to talk about Kim Kardashian on this channel all the time. That is not what this channel is about or what I want to do. And I think that other video slightly applies to this, but this is also such a like a separate category, kind of another step too far, a step beyond even what I was talking about in that other video, that I wanted to talk about this specifically. And I have to say, part of me was surprised to see this, but part of me also thinks I shouldn't be surprised to see this type of ad from her. I mean, if we're thinking about Kim Kardashian, we know again that she's talked about her diets all the time, and she's always talking about different diets, and she has done advertisements for different types of diety products. You know, it's kind of almost a meme at this point, their whole family promoting the diet teas and the waist trainers and all of these kind of scammy, weird things that promote all of these negative and unhelpful ideas about body image and health and all this kind of stuff. I mean, everyone's already kind of critical of that. But this appetite suppressant thing, I think, kind of takes all of that and is just to another level. So I think that's why it's surprising, because even though we've seen things like this from her before, I never would have thought that she would have gone this far. And there's a couple reasons why this is really troubling. First off, appetite suppressants in general, I mean, that in and of itself is a problem. It's promoting this idea that we can't trust our bodies, that our hunger or our desire for food are bad things or things that we have to fight against. No, our appetite is a normal and healthy thing. Our body makes us hungry so that we will eat, because we need to eat to get the energy that our bodies need, to get the nutrients that our body needs. This is not something that we need to be battling or finding something to suppress it. It's such an unhealthy mindset, and it feeds into a lot of the unhealthy ideas that are already kind of out there that people believe about health and about their appearance and about food and about their hunger and all of this sort of thing. In addition to the fact that this feeds into those unhealthy ideas about hunger and about food and all that sort of thing, these types of products can also have like a rebound effect. So, you know, whether it's an appetite suppressant, you know, pill or lollipop in this case or whatever, or just other things that people do to suppress their appetite, what can happen is that you actually end up becoming over hungry afterwards. And so then that leads to overeating or feeling like you're out of control, binge eating, this kind of cycle of restricting and then binging and restricting and then binging that a lot of people can get stuck in. This sort of thing can also start to dull your attunement to your hunger and fullness cues, where you can't really tell as well when you're hungry or when you're full, and you can only start to feel extreme hunger and extreme fullness in that kind of middle area. You can't really tell what's going on there. And then also this is just promoting disordered eating, disordered ideas about food and eating, and also for people who are on the path or already at the place where they have a diagnosed eating disorder, this can be incredibly harmful. And on top of all of that, this specific product is a lollipop, so it seems like it could be kind of targeting young people or children. I also would think, you know, there would be a possibility for kids to accidentally get a hold of these things. It's really disturbing to see that kind of angle of it, that not only could it affect negatively young people, but that it almost is kind of positioned to do specifically that. And I know some people might be thinking like, who cares? Who cares about Kim Kardashian? Who cares about what she's doing? Why are we talking about this? Well, the truth of the matter is that whether you care about Kim Kardashian or not and what she's doing, lots of other people do. She has a massive reach and she is incredibly influential. So when she does something like this, we need to pay attention because it can have a broad impact. And another element that really bothers me and that I just don't even understand is, how does this even happen? How does an ad like this end up on her feed? How does no one in her team, you know, even if it's not her, how does no one in her team say, hey, this doesn't seem like a good idea? I mean, we know again that she's promoted products like this in the past, but this is just kind of another step beyond those things. Those things are already a problem, but this is just way out there. To me, it should be obvious that something like this is not a good idea. And just the other night, I was talking to Jason about this. I was telling him, you know, I don't understand why the Kardashians and the Jenners promote these types of products, because to me, it seems like it hurts their brand. I mean, just thinking from a business perspective, they are huge. They can work with any brand they want. I mean, they work with a lot of high-end brands. They do deals with a lot of high-end brands, whether it's fashion designers wanting them to wear their clothes to events, or different companies wanting to work with them and have them as spokespeople, or whatever. You know, they have a big presence and they could be working with the best of the best, but they decide to do these ads for these kind of like cheap products that are so obviously not a good thing to promote, and that I would say probably a good majority of people, I would hope a majority of people who don't have their influence would not agree to work with a product like this. From a business perspective, it doesn't make sense to me because, I mean, they don't need the money. Let's be honest, they have lots of avenues where they're making money and they're making a lot of it. And on top of that, even if they want to do ads on Instagram, choose anything else. You know, why are they doing this kind of cheap stuff? It just doesn't make sense to me on any level, really. And this is one example of what I'm talking about when I talk about diet culture. We are surrounded by this stuff. It is everywhere, and it can kind of chip away at us. And something else that's really sad is I saw several people in comments on different places online saying, this seems like a good product. What's the big deal? So that too just shows that, you know, the fact that some people think that a product that would help you to not eat is a good thing or like a health promoting thing, there's some work that needs to be done. But I was also really encouraged to see a lot of people speaking up and saying, this is not okay, this is not a good thing, why is this happening? And let me know in the comments what you think about this. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I promise this is not going to become a Kardashian commentary channel. It's kind of strange that these two videos were so close together, but you know, when things happen and they're things that I think we need to talk about, I'm going to talk about them, so here we are. And if you happen to be new here and you want more healthy eating tips and nutrition info and videos like this one, then make sure that you subscribe, because eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle really doesn't have to be complicated, and I want to show you how to do it. And if you want to watch some more videos, there are a couple over here that you might like. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.